Heyo, welcome back to Spyro the Dragon. This is episode 3. We're going to be picking up right where we left off in the Peacekeeper's world. We're going to be finishing off the world in this episode. So we'll just get right to it. We're going to the Ice Cavern level first. The last one we did both Cliff Town and Dry Canyon. So this one we'll be doing the Ice Cavern, the boss level, as well as the fight level. Purple Realm. Alright, so once again, this is being recorded on a different day from even the last episode before this. Hopefully it doesn't take long to adjust. But yeah, alright, so let's see, we're going for 400. I believe we already have all of the eggs for this world. So yeah, it'll pretty much just be treasure focused. Sweet. Look at this dude got the shoes on. Well, it is, I only bring this up because this is like a snowy level, but it is December now. Right, let's activate this first. Ulrich.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big.
Dude got his own theme song.
Before charging those large enemies.
It is December now. Early December, and about a week from now is the Game Awards. For anybody who's not familiar, Game Awards is kind of like a yearly showcase where they, more or less just talk about like games that came out this year. There's nominated categories, so it's like best game soundtrack, best art direction, and overall just best game of the year type thing. So hosted by Jeff Keighley, who I don't know outside of that place in the industry. And I don't remember what year this exactly started, but it's definitely become like, way more prominent because there's actually like a lot of new game reveals and like trailers and stuff. Earliest one that I can think of that was like very notable was the very first well, technically not the first DLC reveal for Smash Ultimate. One sec.
Spyro.
Odor.
Some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
This guy's got his own theme song too. But, so alright, technically with Smash Ultimate, the first DLC revealed was in the last direct that they had, and that was them announcing that Piranha Plant was going to be coming to the game. And I don't know if a lot of people technically count that as DLC, but it wasn't in the base game, and I think getting it now, you would have to pay money for it because it had some weird limited time deal. But at Game Awards in, I think it was 2018, because I believe that was the year Ultimate came out, they had the first DLC reveal, which was Joker from Persona 5. And that was a pretty big moment, and I think at the very least now, everybody's kind of been paying attention to the Game Awards since. And it's definitely become like a bit bigger of a deal in the industry because, especially with things like E3 not being, not always happening now because I don't think they had one this year. And I don't think they had one maybe either of the last 2 years. Okay. He's gone. But yeah, no, Game Awards has had a lot of like important reveals. I think that might have also been where we had the initial reveal for the Breath of the Wild sequel, now known as Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm hoping that we might see more of that shown in this next one, because that's supposed to be coming out like, I think pretty early next year. It was originally going to be coming out late this year, but it got delayed. I need to just not dash into those guys. That one guy even warned me about that. But I guess we've also had the Sephiroth Smash reveal. I remember that one. That one was big, and that one was really cool. I have a weird interest in watching people's reactions to Smash reveals, and that's one of the big ones. Andor.
Thank you for releasing me.
Dude, maybe little homie just got nothing to say. I'm trying to think of like other big game reveals. I think maybe that Bloober Team like Blair Witch game got revealed. I don't think Callisto Protocol, which just came out, was revealed during Game Awards. I don't know. The thing though that is like irritating is if you're watching it for the actual like award ceremonies, is they even straight up say on the website that like, oh yeah, it's only like 10% decided by the actual like community voting. The rest of it is decided by a panel of judges, which means that's just straight up rigged. I mean, of course it does, because you know, in a lot of the past few years, the ones that have won have been kind of contentious as even like talking points. You know, of course we had Death Stranding, we had I'm trying to think. Okay, I think 2017 might have been the first one, because I know Breath of the Wild I think was Game of the Year, and then God of War 2018. Right, there's a lot of guys in this level. Asher.
Thank you for releasing me.
We're probably going to be getting a lot of those now, because I'm starting to think that these guys don't really have much to say. Yeah, so 2017, Breath of the Wild, 2018, God of War. I think 2019 was either Death Stranding or... yeah, I think that was Death Stranding. I think 2020 was Last of Us 2. And, you know, that one, Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding were the big ones that, like, you know, were very much like the talking points where, yeah, you know, you're watching like a live stream and everybody in the Twitch chat is, you know, pretty much like flaming the crap out of them because they're like, yeah, nobody voted for this. And there's a lot of games that, like, you know, don't even get included all the time, because I think Smash Bros, since that came out on Pearl Harbor Day in 2018 when it came out, it wasn't on the voting for that year specifically, because it was like a little past like whatever deadline they had for it, so it ended up being included on the next year. All right, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Is there maybe something around this corner? Am I gonna regret jumping? More than certainly. Okay, yeah, that was absolutely a mistake. Hey, we still got lives. Oh, maybe this is where it wants us to go. Well, at least, you know, we're in the right direction now. But yeah, I think there's honestly just something that doesn't sit right with me going into like an award show and knowing that like your vote counts for a fraction of like a vast majority whose opinion is only gonna, you know, count for 10%. Like, how many people would they have as the judges? It's like, I'm sure it's like insane how it's like 10% is going to be like made up of the largest demographic of people who voted. So it's like, even if like unanimously everybody in that 10% voted on like one specific thing, it's not like that's really gonna sway whatever they have in mind. So like I pretty much guarantee there's only 2 games that are like considered in the running right now. That's you know, Elden Ring and God of War. And I'm not saying that no other games really deserve to be in the talk, because I absolutely think that, you know, you should be looking at what else is has come out rather than just only AAA releases. But the reality of it is, I think the Game Awards is just a big advertising event. You can say that about really any award show, I'm sure, but like, it's not going to be just like an unbiased look at the industry going, this is what people wanted to play. No, it's like, I'm sure a large portion of it, especially because they have those studios in the audience, they're going to be like, all right, well, you know, who's willing to shell out the most for us to spotlight their game? And I thoroughly enjoyed Elden Ring, like, a lot. But I think it's gonna go to God of War, and I'll get to that in a second as to why I think that. But let's get this guy, Ragnarok, God of War. Get it?
Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Never mind. There's been like a trend with. Let's go to that edge. There's been a trend with most of the AAA winners of like the Game Awards, where it's always like the very cinematic games, God of War, Last of Us, and it seems to me like it's more so because gaming as like an industry seems to more or less have this kind of struggle where they're constantly seeking to validate it as like an art form, and I absolutely believe it is an art form, but in order to appeal to like a wider audience, they seem to be going like, oh, see, well, look, this can be just as good as like a movie. It's like, look, yeah, but like, you know, AAA, you know, giant games like that aren't always going to be like the biggest identifier, I guess, of the industry, because, you know, vast majority of games aren't like that. So, and yeah, no, I do greatly enjoy Elden Ring. I thought it was fantastic. And I haven't played God of War. I know I maybe should, but you know, I play mostly PC. This is this is being recorded on an authentic PlayStation 1, but it's hooked up to a PC. I should probably toast those bats because they're actually the butterflies. I think. Yep. No. Oh, yeah, they are, because he just came back. All right. So I know I saw a ledge somewhere, and I have to figure out how to get there. I'll be honest, I don't know this level very well. Where is this at? Okay. Is it gonna be just on the right side over here? We're gonna glide across, maybe? We were already over here. Well, I gotta figure out where it wants me to go. Oh, well, that's probably it. No! Crap. Okay. Where am I now? I missed these. I don't like that. It has such like a small hitbox. I'm so worried that I'm just gonna miss it entirely. Yeah, so if I don't know, I guess if anybody's interested, I'll put the link for the Game Awards like nominees and stuff in the description. You know, you're free to vote. It is odd though, because I mean, every time everybody's gonna be joking that like, oh, of course it's like these like 6 games are in every category. It's like that one year where, oh crap, okay. It's like that one year where I think it was the Oscars, there was a joke going around that like no matter what the nominees were for a given category, Mad Max Fury Road was gonna win it, even if it wasn't in there. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really any particular like game show or like award show that is 100% authentic in its presentation, but you know, even if you're not there for the actual like ceremony type thing, and I don't think most people are, you're still gonna be able to see like a lot of cool reveals. There's also talks that there might be more Elden Ring DLC mentioned, or not more, but like the first bit of Elden Ring DLC. I don't really know what else they might show there. There's always like world premieres, so always like new games and stuff too. Is that it? Did we get everything? Okay, I remember there was that thing with the extra lives. I don't know exactly how to get to that, and I don't know if I... Wait. I think that's it right there. Maybe we do it from like the spawn point. I'll give it like one shot, but then I'm like not gonna try to retread it. Oh, bye. But I think, well, there is a sound cue, so I'm sure we can kind of figure out how to get to them, at the very least by noise. But if we mess this up, it is going to suck. Yeah, let's... Oh, got it. That was definitely somewhere in, the old memory hard drive. Exits, yeah, okay, right here. Just checking, all good. All right. I know Stray was another game that had a lot of nominations in various categories, specifically for, I think, like art style. And I think accessibility wasn't, like, games for accessibility was like another area in the thing. And Stray, I heard, was really good, but I haven't played it myself. I probably should at some point, because I do really like cyberpunk worlds and like that kind of like sci-fi setting. I didn't get around to it at the time that it happened. Yes, this is Dr. Shemp. This is the boss level. I'm not talking like anything about the game, so I apologize. Psychos. That was a very cool skybox too. I failed to mention, I think, in the other times that I talked about it, but I do like seeing like the other bits of land in the distance. I really hope that my voice isn't getting drowned out by the audio in this level. If so, let me know in the comments, because I don't want to make that mistake again. Where did these guys go now? Oh, they're just dead. It's some very groovy music. Yeah, no, I'm gonna check audio levels real quick, so I'm gonna split the recording right here for a second. Alright, I went and tested it. It doesn't sound too bad, but I turned down the volume just on my headset, because I don't want to just feel like I'm shouting over this level. It's nothing against this level. I think it was just maybe because of the last level I had my volume too loud. Danger. Ow. 3 of them. I gotta find the corpses of the other guys. Oh, I don't have my dragonfly anymore. We are in danger. I don't think that's how you get over to her. Alright, sorry, I'm trying to get back on track. Anyway, so I was talking about Stray and how I do... Ooh. I don't think we can get there from here. Oh, I fell. And I do like cyberpunk worlds. I don't like Cyberpunk 2077 though. I know a lot of people feel that game has kind of like redeemed itself. I personally don't, and I have a lot of problems with the way, you know, a game like that is set up anyways, because I don't know, it's, you know, and maybe this is just because it's not necessarily my type of genre, but with like RPG games where you like, you know, blast a guy in the head with like a shotgun, and like it's like, oh well, maybe A, because of the damage type, or like B, because of like you know, whatever their level is. It's like you did nothing to them, that had like no effect. And like, I don't know, for a game like that's supposed to be super dark and gritty, I feel like that just kind of like feels obnoxious almost. And I get how that might sound like kind of weird, like, well, what do you mean by that? But so I like it when you know, it's almost as easy for an enemy to kill you as it is for you to kill them. Let's see what this guy, Trondo. What kind of name? I'm sorry.
Thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over.
He's talking about me.
One thing, he should watch his back.
I'm gonna get assassinated. But yeah, no, Cyberpunk just doesn't really fit for me. It's like, it's also, I think, because of the way that game like treats its world, is because a lot of times it has that almost like GTA 5 type humor where it's like, you know, you see a giant billboard that says like piss or something on it, and it's like, oh, that's funny, because what if capitalism was that bad to the point where we had a billboard that just said piss? It's like okay, it's like that kind of doesn't really nail what I like in a game like that. You know, because I like the more like pensive. What is he doing up there? I like the more pensive, like thoughtful interpretations of like a cyberpunk future. Okay, so this is this is Mr. Shemp himself. Oh Lord! Wait, isn't there like a roll? Okay, I have not used this like all game. We're gonna Elden Ring this. Dude, it worked. Okay. My ass is heavy. But yeah, I did watch Edge Runners though, the cyberpunk Netflix anime done by Studio Trigger, and that was like entirely more appealing than the game. Okay, than the game like ever was to me, I guess. Oh yeah, you have to. Butt cheek. What is this guy? He looks like a frog, or, you know, he's probably a Gnorc. Dude is screaming for his life. As he should be. Oh. Butthead. Did he just do like a finger gun at me? Ow. Oh my god, okay, so we just have to... Okay, I get it. I was just, okay, he was just doing like that one attack right there, and I was anticipating, you know, being able to roll through like a swing again. What's up, butthead? Oh, knockout. Yeah, I think he's doing like a finger gun. He's just like mocking me. Gotta. Yeah, I'm playing this like a real Souls fan. Just spamming the roll button, praying to God that your iframes line up. Ooh. The emergency bridges. Ow. Okay, don't roll through it. You might... Yeah, it's probably more effective to jump over it now that I think about it, but... Okay, let's try jumping. Got it. Okay, now we have to physically pick up each of these by hand. I just absolutely keep losing my train of thought, and that is really just bad on my part. But yeah, no, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the anime, was good, and I think it as like a whole series is entirely better than like. Do we have the key? Than like the Cyberpunk game. And there's, you know, tons more problems I have with the game. It's not just because the RPG elements, and I will admit that part of it is just I don't think it's really for me. Like, it is just a severe disappointment in my eyes. Especially just all the bad press that game got. Like, that type of setting is just so unique and so, like, cool that I hope that, like, well, I mean, I would say I hope, but I think that, like, the game's bad release and the bad press that it got is more or less going to do, like, irreparable damage to Cyberpunk as a genre, at least in terms of AAA games. So, all this to say, yeah, I should probably play the funny cat game Stray at some point. Alright, so next we're doing the flight level. Nice. But anyway, speaking of which, and I know that, you know, I'm talking way too much about anything that has nothing to do with the game. But I just watched the original Ghost in the Shell movie from, I think, is it 96? And I always thought that was like a series, actually. I didn't realize it was just movies, but I watched that one last night, and then, you know, not long before I started recording this one, I just watched Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence. Oh, that's bad. And that one was great, too. I saw some people saying that they're kind of, like, mixed about it. I thought, like, it feels still in line with the original, and I guess, you know, it's still very fresh in my mind, so I haven't had time to, like, really stir my thoughts on it. But I thought they were both, like, fantastic movies. It's, you know, in the same way that Ghost in the Shell feels like the opposite side of the Akira coin, like the you know, the 80s Akira movie. So I don't think there is another one. I mean, there's the manga, but oh, we have to get these, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, this one's a bit of a loss. Okay. I wonder if maybe we should get the lights first. I wasn't paying attention to those at all because I wasn't even, like, registering. I was waiting to find, like, some Norks or something scattered around. Oh, maybe they're all, like, around this rock. Ooh. Alright, let's try doing this, actually. This is the little difficult part about this level, is it's kind of hard to figure out what your ideal circuit is. But yeah, no, Ghost in the Shell and Ghost in the Shell 2, they were both very good. The second one actually did have, you know, a bit more substantial use of, well, I say a bit more, I don't think the original had any. It had, like, a lot of CGI used in some places. You know, I get it, it's like, you know, at that time, it's like a newer technology, and also relatively cheap compared to traditional animation. So, you know, I can see the appeals of it, I guess. It does. I won't lie and say that, like, it doesn't stand out. But, you know, I don't think it's as jarring as CG is in, like, some other situations. I've also been watching, like, Castlevania series on Netflix, and that's good too, but there are, like, some times where they have, like, an overhead shot where you see them walking and you're like, oh my god, like, what? Like, and maybe it's just because I have, like, an eye for that kind of thing. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't really notice. There are some cases where it's just, like, it's hard to to not notice it. Yeah, these lighthouses are going to be difficult to work with. This is absolutely not the way you want to do this, I'm sure. Come on, please. Oh, please, no, please. Oh, man, okay. We are cutting it very close on this one. I mean, this, you pretty much have to do this right off the bat. It's just easy. Let's try this. Oh, crap. Well, let's give it a restart. See, the lanterns are kind of like, or the lights are scattered throughout the level, so it's not as easy to, you know, just kind of do that by a segment. Because that's almost like what you want to do, like, interspersed with everything else. And then we got left 5, 1. Ooh, please. Alright, wait, give it a second so you don't just circle around it infinitely. Well, this, alright, we're just gonna give that one a restart. I watched the dub, or not the dub, but the subs, for both Ghost in the Shell movies, though. And, I've noticed this kind of thing on certain, like, platforms or on certain, like, streaming sites and services. Sometimes, like, subtitles or, like, captions will, like, have just some really weird, like, incorrect things in them. Like, I don't know if maybe there's some, like, machine algorithm that, like, messes something up, but, like, there'll be, like, there's, like, a character, like, Ishikawa, I think his name is, and it's, you know, spelled with, like, an I, but sometimes I think the, whatever system is involved mistakes it and has, like, a capital L in place. And, like, it's like, that's not right. Alright, we're gonna try... Yeah. This is, I think, absolutely not going to work out in the way that we intend it to. See, there's like, I don't see an optimized path for these lights. They're just kind of around. Like, I don't really know what the best course, you know, to follow these would be. Okay, well that's one that we should just leave there then. I think a lot of this is the planning that is the, like, important part. You just constantly, like, you know, I get it, it's supposed to be sensitive on time, but you are constantly fighting an uphill battle on these, and that's why you need to be, like, perfect with it. We actually, you know, overall, we didn't do too bad that time, though. Alright, let's circle back. Let's do this. Wait, I think, honestly, let's just do that after we do the green, like, arches. That would probably be the best way to go about it. Now, I don't exactly hate these levels. I find them difficult, and I do, in a lot of cases, find them annoying. But I think, for me, that just kind of comes natural with a lot of, like, level structures like this. Like, if you have a game that has, like, a, you know, a core way that it functions in, like, you have typically a set of mechanics. Okay, I see. And it's kind of difficult for me to, like, you know, find these to be as fun as, like, maybe the developers want you to. So I understand, like, sometimes you want to give, like, the player a break when it comes to this kind of thing. Where's the last one? Where's the last one? Where's the last one? We missed it. No, god damn it. See, I understand, like, you know, maybe even wanting to flex, or, like, flex your muscles for developing, you know, more unique, like, almost mini-games in these kinds of things. But I think it also just... There's some cases where it absolutely feels like it doesn't fit. And I don't think this is one of them. I think the ones that I don't like, and, you know, this might... Somebody out there is very much going to disagree with this opinion, I'm sure. But ones that I don't like is with games like Donkey Kong 64, where it's just out of nowhere. It's like, all right, push this beaver into a hole. And it's like, okay. It's like, what does this have to do with, you know, being ape? I'm trying to think of other examples off the top of my head. I know Sonic Frontiers just came out, and spoilers over the next, like, 15 seconds if you don't want to hear them for, like, the game. But, like, the, like, true final boss of that game, I believe, is, like, just a space, like, shoot 'em up type thing. Okay, I see it. And that just, like, what does that have to do with Sonic? Oh, we are in the light now. Hey, we did it. Try again? No. I'm leaving, and I'm not going back there. But, I don't know, it's like, it feels kind of weird. It's like, what is this, you know, why is this being implemented into a different game? Oh, we still don't have Sparks. Okay, so I think the balloonist was... Oh no, he is back there. We are going to consume rabbit. Come here. Oh, excuse me. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right, we're gonna go to the first, like, dragon on the next world, and then save, and then we'll be good. But, yeah, okay, so 32%, 32 dragons, 32%. I don't... That's gotta be a coincidence. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafters world if you are ready. Let's go to the Magic Crafters. All right. So, yeah, in the next one, because, you know, I will be wrapping this one up here. In the next one, we will be doing the first, let's say, the hub world and the first 2 levels of this Magic Crafters world. Oh, no! Let's go find a Dargon. Please. Well, we'll just wrap it up here, actually, because I don't want to make any real progress in this world before you know, actually starting it. So yeah, regardless, thank you for watching. So new episodes will be coming out every other day. So for the next one, you'll be able to look forward to the first half of the Magic Crafters world. Thank you for watching.